Hey everyone, I hope you're well and having a nice day. Today I thought I'd share a little tag with you all, and it is the eyeshadow tag. Now, I got the idea for this from a tag that I did recently for a blog called The Selfie Style, which I'll link the post down below. It was the blush tag, and I originally saw it on Buy Now Blog Later's blog. Sorry if you see something in the corner there, it's my cat's tag. So yeah, I decided to create an eyeshadow tag because it wasn't something that I've seen on YouTube very much before. I've seen foundation tags and of course the blush tag and palette tags, but nothing for eyeshadow, so I thought why not adapt the blush tag slightly to suit. And yeah, so I have all the questions here in my handy dandy little Martha Stewart notebook. And yeah, the first question was, how many eyeshadows do you own? And rather than count all the ones in the palette separately as individual eyeshadows, I just thought it would be dumb. I just counted them separately, and I have 20, which I feel like is an awful lot, but I don't know, at the same time it seems quite sort of controlled compared to people who buy every single palette. So I don't know, maybe I don't have as many as I think I do, but yeah, I have 20, soon to be 22-ish, because I have some on the way from U-Shop that I got from drugstore.com, so yeah, I will keep you updated on those. The next question was, what is your favourite eyeshadow brush? And this should be a no-brainer to many of you. It is the MAC 217 brush, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with this brush. It's just got the fluffy head. Mine's a bit dirty at the moment, sorry, because I was just using it before filming. And it's great for putting colour all over the lid and then softly blending it out, or just blending colour in the crease. It's just a really good all-rounder brush. If you don't want to fork out all the money for a MAC one, I know that Shannon from ShanXO does something similar in her XO Beauty line. I'll link it below for you. And also brands like Zoeva and Sigma all do something very similar to it. Next is creams versus powders, and this is kind of hard for me because I've just started getting into cream eyeshadows a bit more, and I use cream bases like the MAC paint pots most days because I find they just prolong eyeshadow a lot longer for me. But I think I'd have to go with powder just because I have a lot more powder eyeshadows than I do creams, and that's just personal preference, and also because I find powder just, I don't know, it just seems to work well. But I definitely do like cream eyeshadows quite a lot now, like the eyeshadow sticks that I will be showing you later. So next was mattes versus shimmers and favourites of both. Again, another kind of no-brainer. If you've been reading my blog for a while, you'll know that I love my shimmer eyeshadows. I love my shimmer nails, although I don't really paint my nails very much these days. But yeah, mattes are great just as sort of things like brow bone highlights, crease, eyeliners. They're good. I'm not saying I don't like mattes at all, I just prefer shimmers easily. From L'Oreal, and it is, I'll take it back off. It's one of the Colour Infallibles, and it's in the shade Amber Rush, which I do not think you can get outside America, but it looks like this. It's a nice sort of rose gold shade, very similar to All That Glitters from MAC. And you can work with this wet or dry. If you use it dry, then if you use it wet, sorry, then it really sort of intensifies the colour and gives a more kind of wet look effect, which is actually quite nice for summer and spring. High end, these are my most expensive eyeshadows by Terry Ombre Black Stars. These, I have the shade Bronze Moon and Misty Rock. I prefer Misty Rock. It's kind of a nice sort of purpley taupe that just looks a little bit different in different lights and depending what kind of makeup you pair it with. But these are both, they go on really creamy, they're long wearing, the colours are quite unique, and yeah, these are just awesome. They're worth the money if you want to feel a bit spendy. This is hard for me again because I tend to get rid of products that I find disappointing. I have culls quite often, I guess. So for me, I've just gone with one that I just found not so much overrated, I just found it disappointing, and it is the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Iced Mocha. This, whether I wore it with primer or without primer, was just a nice little ring in my crease within, I don't know, 20 minutes of applying. It just did not last. I tried wearing it so many different ways, with primer, without primer, with paint pots underneath, whatever I did, it just did not work. And I don't know if this was a dud pencil or if it just really hated my oily eyelids, but I just could not get it to stick, and it's such a shame because it's a really gorgeous colour. I do use it as an eyeliner occasionally, but yeah, I can't wear it all over the lid unless I want to have no eyeshadow on within minutes. So yeah, that was a shame. Underrated for me would have to be this Marc Jacobs Twinkle Pop Eye Stick, and this is in the shade Honey Bunny. Now these have only just come out, which is probably why you've not heard too much about them just yet. I think these are just as good as the By Terry Ombre Black Stars, if not better. They're just as long wearing, the colours are beautiful as well, they're very creamy, very pigmented, easy to apply, they last a ridiculously long time. Again, we're all about primer, and they're what, maybe a fraction of the price. So yeah, you can't really go wrong with these. Again, I'm going with the Ombre Black Stars here. Like I said, they are ridiculously expensive, but they're so luxurious. I mean, just look at this packaging. It's very similar to YSL's Touche Eclat, in my opinion. And the colours are just, I think the colours are just really unique, which is what sort of makes them win, I guess. And they just look different in different lights. Yeah, all the colours are really unique and very versatile, and they're just beautiful, you know. Yeah, I just think these are stunning, and if, like I said, if you are feeling spendy, what are 5 eyeshadows everyone should own? And again, this is hard for me, but I'm going to show you my MAC palette first, because there's a few in here which I think everyone should own. First and foremost, I'm just going to cover a bit. All That Glitters by MAC. This is standard kind of staple in many a girl's MAC. A nice sort of pinky kind of beige colour. That's the worst description ever. Just look it up online. But it's just one of those shades that just brightens the eye area up, and it just flashes so many different skin tones and eye shades. It's just gorgeous. I also really like this one, Stable. It's kind of like a plummy red. It's not as red as something like Cranberry from MAC. It's a lot more wearable, and again, it's sort of like a one shade be done with kind of thing. Like, you can just blend it out and it looks like 2 shades. It's beautiful. I really like Wedge for a crease colour. Brush from L'Oreal is a really gorgeous. I think everyone needs to own at least one MAC paint pot. For me, I would go with Groundwork, but Painterly is also good. This is just a nice sort of neutral brown that is quite sheer once applied. It doesn't tend to affect the way other eyeshadows look over the top. It's just beautiful. And eyeshadows are on your wish list, and this is hard because there's not really, I don't know, I feel like I kind of have everything I sort of need in terms of eyeshadows. I kind of want to get one of the Naked Basics palettes, maybe the second one. I'll have to see what the reviews say. I want to get some more of the Marc Jacobs Twinkle Pop Eye Sticks, maybe just one of the sort of bronzier ones. There's a nice kind of reddy sort of pink shade that looks quite good too, but it's always out of stock on Sephora. I kind of like those Stila pigments. They're kind of foiled, and I don't know what they're called exactly, but they're in a little pot and you have a dropper and you mix it up and it just sort of goes on like a nice sort of foil on the eyes. They look really cool. I think that's about it though. So that's basically all the questions. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tag. Be sure to give it a like if you did, and leave me a comment down below if you want me to do more tags like this, or if you've got any sort of suggestions for tags or videos that you want to see on my channel. And yeah, before I go, I'm going to tag a few people. I'm going to tag Rachel from Rachel Jade, Tamara from Lipstick with Some Sunshine, Alex from I Covered Thee, and then Anna from Viviana Does Makeup. So, and anyone else who wants to do this tag, if you do, leave it as a video response down below so we can all go look at your videos. And yeah, I hope you guys are all having a nice day, and I will see you again soon. Bye!